I'm not that person.
I misread that altogether.
I hate bars. I hate clubs. I hate drinking. I hate crowd people. I hate that like lights. It makes me dizzy. Hi video. Welcome to my guys.
That's like the oldest gag. I like it though. Still, let's do the salute. And what about the, the blue bikini? Look at that. So we're at our favorite place, Boat Ramp, but this is the mobile edition where we're selfie stick. Let's do this episode 2.
Yep. Let's continue.
So this is day 2 of the 30-day vlog challenge. About the LDR love story, back to behind the scenes, all that.
Yes.
Again, this will be a 10-minute clip.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
And we're gonna pick up on what happened. So we met online.
Yeah.
And then the next thing was what?
The next thing is like our first meet.
Okay, so it was pretty much the thing that kind of kicked things off was, yeah, okay, maybe we're interested in each other at a distance.
Let's see. We had a deal like let's see our compatibility. And if it doesn't work, let's just accept it.
And pretty much it was a combination of, I knew that I wanted to go visit the Philippines anyway around that time, but
so it means I'm not the reason why he come here.
Are you gonna fly all across the ocean and just hope like that just to go on a first date?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
Duh. Yes.
So,
if you really wanna meet me.
I think I had my I already had my flights booked to Manila, and then from there I was like, you know what, I'm gonna like totally change my itinerary and I'm gonna come see you right away.
Wait a minute, why my eyes is red? Am I in cocaine now?
Yeah, you've been watching that Cocaine Bear movie that we just watched, and virtual reality.
Yeah.
So I hopped on the plane and we were able to meet each other, and all the things around like real life versus online, I can just I don't know, did you have any anxiety like around like, oh my god, there was a countdown, right? You did on your TikTok, like, oh my god, 5 more days, 4 more days.
I have countdown. I never had anxiety. I told you I'm a brave woman.
Yeah, but like meeting in person and then what were your feelings on
I was just like a bit, I never feel scared, I never feel nervous, I never feel anything. I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this man,
So, and then for me, I was just like, again, I just didn't want to scare her away because sometimes like expectation reality, again, you're gonna meet even just things like, wow, he's a big guy, he's tall, and like, or
look at that, wait a minute, look at that eyes. What happened to my eyes? Oh, it's a bit red.
It's maybe like,
look at that.
It's all right, we'll just get AI to fix that.
So I'm fine, and then I saw you on the mall, and
yeah, so
I'm happy.
It was about where we're gonna meet. Again, I'm coming. You arrive as a foreigner. You got to get to a new airport. I'd never been there. This is the Daraga airport, brand new airport, pretty much, only like a year or two old.
Yeah.
And then, so where are you gonna stay? All those things, logistics around like, and I guess the key was for me not to overcommit. And like in my mind, of course, I wanted to plan out. Well, we're gonna visit, and if it all goes well, then maybe we'll go on the next trip and the next trip. And my idea was to have like invite her on as a travel companion, and we go and just do some adventure travel, and that was the idea. Kind of harmless, and we'd learn just as a way to learn a little bit, because if you're staying in one place and you're staying in hotels, it's a little bit I don't know, I feel like it's a bit artificial,
and you will never see the compatibility because like you stay in one place. You have to put another challenges. Let's try to do stuffs like, if your patience, if your our compatibility will be matched, how adventurous woman you are, how adventurous man you are.
And so, but I guess one of the things that really stood out to me was that you were trusting me to, like, there was no questions about, yeah, you'll come visit at the hotel. It wasn't sort of assumed like, oh yeah, maybe we'll stay together because you've got your family and then you're going to be apart from them. And it wasn't really about any of that kind of pushing for that. But for comedians, of course, you want to spend time together and like get to know each other.
How are you gonna get to know each other if you really each other all the time?
So the very first day, we arrived on the airplane, and
Mm-hmm.
then went to the hotel to drop off the bags,
Yeah,
and then right away, pretty much,
we visit to my family.
went back to visit her family. And I think that is, looking back, that was a really important point. And I didn't propose it.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of brought it up that, like it would be the right thing to do to like meet my family, but you didn't make it like a rule. Like you weren't
Mm-hmm.
like you must meet my
I
family.
said just like just like show respect that you know like I'm gonna stay with you, so so at least they have any ideas where we're gonna go.
Yeah, but that could
And
be seen as a little bit intimidating because it's
mm-hmm.
like all this again in the West. Once you meet the family, the parents or the siblings, that's like whoa, that's like a commitment. So
Mm-hmm.
I took that as like, well, that's a serious gesture on your part because you're sort of opening up
Mm-hmm.
in that
It
part of
was
it.
just like showed respect to my parents because like if we leave and they don't have any idea where I go,
Yeah,
and they're gonna be so worried about me.
100%.
Like they just took me without asking them.
Yeah, and then even to this day, I think that started things off on the right foot because even now, like I have respect for them, and I
Mm-hmm.
think they always have seen that we do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. I'm not sweeping you away, and like you're off in a country
Mm-hmm.
they don't know what you're doing. They know that we're always thinking about
Mm-hmm.
they're in our thoughts about like
Mm-hmm.
just comfort and making sure that they know what we're up to, and because
Yeah.
you're their eldest daughter, right? So
Yeah.
that's important too. So yeah, we did that. We met at the hotel. I know you remember the breakfast in the morning, right?
Yeah, breakfast like buffet. It was so nice. And
Um, and this is some of the benefits, right? So like the Western standard. For me, actually, that was a place we stayed in a nice hotel, probably the
mm-hmm.
best one in the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't trying to like show off or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but I just wanted a
To
good
feel comfortable.
experience. Yeah, a good experience that I would be comfortable and I could
Mm-hmm.
share things that I like to do. So that was
Yeah.
kind of the approach. And all throughout the traveling from there on, like we always tried different things. Sometimes low budget, like we stayed in
Yep.
some $20 a night.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, we went a little bit more just to experiment, right?
Yeah. But it's not like spend too much. We don't spend too much.
The first night was very expensive. I didn't tell you
I
about that,
know.
but it was just about
Because I have no idea because I never been like in a hotel, so I have no idea how much it's gonna be.
yeah, but it was steps at a time. So for me, it was around like if we can enjoy ourselves for the first couple of nights, and
Mm-hmm.
then I can propose something to you, say like, I booked these flights,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that's something that I can suggest for people that are
Mm-hmm.
getting to know people. When flights are like, if you book them early enough, $40 a flight,
Mm-hmm.
it's totally different than in the West where flights are like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
But for $40 a flight, I took a chance and like if you decided, what, relationship over,
Mm-hmm.
I'm too out, like I'm not into this. Okay, so I wasted $40 on a ticket for someone that's not going to join me.
So like until like we like we enjoy each other, people like there's a police.
It's okay, we're allowed.
How about your car?
It's okay too. Hey mate, we're all good. Yeah, cool.
So like we enjoyed each other. As in like we saw our not like fully compatibility, but like our companion to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was
Like
just
we enjoyed that.
after like imagine how many months we were. Okay, so we were at least a month apart,
Mm-hmm.
probably a month and a half.
Yeah.
And so of course just like the first couple of days were very just overjoyed of just
Mm-hmm.
like okay, let's have fun. And it was like meals and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think now, did we do anything there was like a
No.
family day? No, but we took off right away.
Mm-hmm.
We went to our next destination,
Yeah.
right?
So we went to Bal.
Yeah, okay, so basically this is the continuation of trying to share interests. And I really got to know her through TikTok. Sounds funny, but all she was putting her life on TikTok and like all the good vibes and all like the trends and stuff, and I could see her just doing dances and that
That's where he fell in love with me because I do dance.
because she's so like fun with it's not just
Boring.
low
I
key.
told you I'm not a boring wife.
And that was a time when I was really appreciating people that had like natural talent and
Mm-hmm.
was doing some looking, recruiting and lots of just online
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So I was kind of just fascinated what it takes to entertain people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what, she's a natural entertainer. So I was just like watch. And anyway, you chat
Well,
back.
he just like flood likes my TikTok like DJ.
Flood her the likes.
Oh, I know this guy.
And so, but there's this whole trend at the time where I don't know what you call it, but LDR meet,
Mm-hmm.
where these like loving relationships where they'd meet for the first time. So I got kind of swept up in that, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I can be one of those.
Yeah.
And then like maybe I'm gonna be like on her content and like I don't know.
Like you're gonna be famous.
I didn't want to be. That's for sure. Like low key, but it's just about
Yeah.
playing into your world, and maybe you wanted that. So I'm like, maybe I can be like your
Actually, I planned
prince.
that also, but like I have no idea that it's just gonna took 30 minutes from Manila to Bicol, so I don't prepare.
But anyway, a lot of the origins for all this trend came from like Bohol, because I do some Bohol girls, TikTok and stuff, and they played it up and it got really big on the media. So I'm like, you know what? Well, we could just go to Bohol and maybe that's good for you because you can meet network with TikTok people. And
I'm not that person.
Oh man, I misread that altogether. She was not like wanting to like meet other people in that lifestyle, bar scene and all that kind of thing. So
I hate bars. I hate clubs. I hate drinking. I hate crowd people. I hate that lights. It makes me dizzy.
So again, you learn.
It's like over for me. Like then just get me out here.
So you learn about each other, and again, I thought, well, young at heart, maybe she wants to like see things and try things, and like I'm like, well, I'll help you, see all of that. But immediately she's like, I'm not into this. Like, let's just,
I just want to be like live normal.
We did a couple beach walks, but you couldn't. You were like, we can leave Bohol and go. We had our other plans, and so we enjoyed staying in the hotel.
I don't really want to leave Bohol.
Live there.
No.
Yeah, and for me, it's a place I've never been before. Yeah, for me, I'd never been there before, but we still made the most of it. Like, we rented motorbikes and we went out and did some adventure stuff. That was kind of my thing. So
I think in that day we had like first minute we had a fight.
Yeah, probably because I was like, I misread your interest.
Because like since I woke up in the morning, he was already on a computer working until evening. I was like, are we gonna go to dinner? And then he's like making Tagalog words. Maybe he thinks like I don't understand what he's saying. Yeah, so he write in Tagalog like English to Tagalog translation. Like, oh my goodness, do you think I don't understand what he's talking?
Yeah. So
and then I think that's the first time I still have silent treatment because I used to do that, like tampo.
That's true. And so again, everyone can say, "Oh, you're so happy now, like have such a happy couple." Yeah, it's true. But the foundation was like built on some really like interesting times where like a little bit of tension. Like I thought, oh man, this is it. It's not meant to be, right?
Yeah.
And like you're just open minded. Like, okay, well, you can't force it if it's not meant to be. So I was trying to learn more about you. You were learning about like my interests, and but then I think we just learned to just be like, just speak like honestly and openly.
Just be yourself.
Tell me what you want. You want to go or you don't want to go, and
just be yourself.
Yeah, but it's so funny. It's the irony of life. People have a mask, or they have like a
yeah.
They carry like their, I don't know, past baggage or something with it.
Yeah.
They think they know what people want, but
that's our Bohol journey.
Yeah, so we of course we have like all the action clips about things we did. We did motorbikes, ATVs, chocolate hills, zip lines. That was my thing, right?
Yeah,
I wanted to do all that.
Oh, we did a second year.
That was there's lots to come with that, but I thought we'd just kind of update on the first meet experience.
Yeah,
it really needed to go well.
It was so amazing first meet because like that's the first time like you're gonna be with someone, sleep with someone. It's like and then like but maybe they will have like wrong interpret about sleeps with someone. I mean like because we have some different meaning of sleep with someone and like done with someone. So people think here once you say like sleep with someone, it means you do stuff like interesting stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean like sleep with someone like sleep on the bed together, not like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So so it's my first time to be with foreigner, and then that's why it's a bit interesting.
Yeah, and I think from my side it was like don't rush it, don't ruin it, don't spoil it by just trying to like no games, just kind of like take it down a notch and just be real. So we did that. I think you showed me around your area, right? This is Embarcadero.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a beachfront. sharing things that you want to share with someone else. Like,
Mhm.
again, and it ended up being like, romantic, and we had some nice rooftop dinners,
Yeah.
um, and those, even to now, it still carries through, like something we like to do. So
Yeah.
like we did that same thing in Bali, like almost a year later, right?
And then I think another is like after that, I think we went to Palawan.
Yeah. So we did all this traveling. We'll update, probably we'll do a next video on that. I guess
Yeah.
this one's gone on about 15 minutes, but I think the thing is, maybe one question is like, okay, but who pays? Like, what
Of
about
course,
like equal?
he pays.
You got to understand, like, it's about what's possible. If
Mhm.
you are coming there and you have the means and the capability,
Mhm.
you just go the extra step and make sure it's taken care of. Don't try to like,
Well, I
um,
always suggest to him like you don't have to spend, a lot. So like I always like, it's a bit expensive, and he willing to pay for that.
it's more about like doing something together, like maybe coming up with a joint plan,
Mhm.
saying like, hey, I think early on, I didn't want to be perceived as like somebody who's just gonna like, I just don't want to be used as an ATM, and it
Mhm.
wasn't about you
Mhm.
accusing me of being that or trying to use me for that. But
Mhm.
my previous experience was like, that's the default, is like
Mhm.
people get used for ATMs,
Yeah, you told me that.
right? And maybe that was even new for you to hear. So, um, but I just wanted to say, well, here's the budget, I would
Mhm.
say, and then that was almost like a bonding, because it was like, well,
Yeah.
how would we spend this money together? And then, yeah, and then it worked out well because we could kind of like
Mhm.
agree, how to enjoy our night. But
Mhm.
anyway, that's a little bit of
Actually, and
the
every
first
time
meet.
like every time we gonna spend, I always told him like, do we still have a budget? Diba?
Always,
Do
always.
we still have a budget? Is our budget is still enough?
And I think that's so important. Like, that showed me a lot of kind of mutual respect. So it's sort of like she understood, like, it's not about charity or taking from one
Mhm.
side and somebody giving and something. I mean, there's a lot that's given from both sides. Like, you
Mhm.
were showing me around
Mhm.
a lot of places. I couldn't have done that without you,
Mhm.
and so on. So yeah, people contribute in different ways, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna say, like, you, there's some things that you need just to enjoy your experience, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna if you're gonna have a first meet, I would say don't be cheap if you can.
Mhm.
I would say just focus on making it a really romantic occasion. Maybe put the effort in. That's probably what it is.
Mhm.
Don't. It's not about spending money, but do something that's gonna show good intentions.
Mhm.
That's what it was. I wanted to show intentions because
Yeah, it's not about like money. It's about like how you gonna show your good intention by making like effort without without putting a lot of money, without spending a lot of money.
yeah, and don't be like, weak hearted and like,
Mhm.
oh, like, oh, come on, please, like, don't beg, nothing like that.
Don't beg.
Just bring your A game and like show
Mhm.
that you're a catch. And
You are there. You are there. Both of you are there to see if you are compatibility,
yeah,
right? Well,
yeah,
it depends if you have different meaning for that,
yeah,
interest.
and actually it's better that nobody fakes it, right? Because
Mhm.
like, better you find out if it's true compatibility, and if
Mhm.
not, move on, because probably plenty fish in the sea, right? You can
Mhm.
find your match. Don't get hung up on one situation. I think that's important.
Mhm.
So let's go to bed, baby.
Let's go.
It's late.
Let's fuck
But
it up.
oh, you're gonna have to edit those captions. Those
I
captions,
need
like,
to edit again.